Hey guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be testing out a bunch of new MAC products that I haven't used before, and we're going to see how they perform on the skin and how they look. So if you want to see how I created this look using MAC products, carry on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with eyeshadow. In the eyeshadow department I didn't get a palette. I didn't feel really drawn to many of them, especially because majority of the palettes are in like single eyeshadows. And single eyeshadows are practically useless to me, especially if I use them for myself and for my kids. I prefer a palette because I can see all the colors and stuff like that. But the one thing that I did get that is close to eyeshadow is a pressed, well, not a pressed pigment, but a loose pigment from MAC. This is in the shade Naked. It is this stunning nude, and I don't have anything like this. It is not a glitter, but it's more of a pigment. So like a normal eyeshadow, this is just in loose form. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a halo eye today using this. I'm very excited about this because I've never ever tried anything from MAC that is in loose pigment or eyeshadow form. So I'm super stoked to be testing this out. So I'm going to start off with the eyes. And for the palette today, I'm going to be dipping into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Haven't touched this bad boy in a while, and I thought it would be about damn time I dip into this lovely palette. So I'm just going to dip into the shade Orange Soda, which is the third. Let me actually take off. I haven't taken off this mirror sticker yet, and it's time. So I'm just going to take Orange Soda, which is a light orange shade, which is the third color in the palette, and I'm just going to place that in my crease. So the products that I did get, as you guys will see throughout the video, I mainly got face stuff. So I got a highlighter and a lipstick. I promised myself that I wouldn't get a lipstick from MAC because I already have two and I love the colors so much. But as soon as I swatch this color on my hand, you guys will see when we get to the lip part, I am so obsessed with this color. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted a story of a swatch and how it looks on the lips. And I'm honestly dying. Like, why was I sleeping on MAC lipsticks? They are honestly, the formula is so beautiful and the pigment is amazing, and it actually has quite a bit of long lasting power even though it's a bullet lipstick. Usually I get my longer lasting lipsticks from liquid lipsticks that are matte, but these are honestly my favorite formula in a bullet lipstick. And I've tried a lot of bullet lipsticks in my life, and usually they just come off while you're drinking water. So I'm super happy that I got the color. I will show you guys the shade and what the color looks like and the name and all that when we get to that part. I'm skipping drastically, but so basically yesterday, today's Friday, yesterday the 25th, I went to a technique class hosted by Marco, Louis and Janine. They are like pretty much MAC gurus in the industry. They've been in the industry for quite a while, so they know the MAC products, and obviously I've only recently been introduced to MAC. So in the past year I don't know anything about MAC apart from their foundations and setting sprays. But recently I've just dived into their lipsticks, and I'm hoping that I can get a lot more exposure to their products, especially because I have a pro card, so it makes it super easy for me to have access to their products, which I'm super stoked about. And then I also dipped in a few of the products that my mom got as well, just so that I can test out new ones as well, and if I want to buy them I can. So yeah, I'll be testing out her products as well. I went with my mom and one of my good friends, Caro, and we splurged because we got to use my pro card, which is 30% off, which I'm so grateful for because it comes in such handy, especially when you want a lot of things but your credit card or your card does not agree with you. Okay, so the next color I'm going to dip into is the shade Burnt Orange. I'm going for a very warm kind of color today, just to play around with some colors. I've been doing a lot of cool blues in the past week, so I thought it would be about damn time that I did a neutral look for you guys. My channel has been crazy with color, especially my last Game of Thrones inspired look. If you guys haven't seen that, I will link it in a card so you can go and check it out. A very long video because I did like 2 different techniques on my eyes and different colors, and the blending took ages because it's color. I think color blends out a lot longer than like usual for some reason. Look at your eyes. Time to do a neutral. So the next few colors I'm going to focus on my inner corner and outer corner, and then I'm going to press the pigment right up until where I first put the transition. So I'm going to be taking the shade Sienna, and I'm going to pop that on my outer corner and my inner corner. Same brush that we use, and just blend the edges. Then I'm going to take a smaller bending brush just so that I can get into my inner corner area, and I'm taking the same shade Sienna and just popping that in the inner corner. Then again, just blending it into each other in the inner corner. Then I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and just blend these edges. Okay, so for the MAC pigment, I'm just going to pour some out on the lid, like the lid, not on my lid, and then I'm going to add a little bit of setting spray so that it sticks to my brush, and I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus Matte. And then I was so bummed because last night I self-tanned, as you guys can see, and I haven't showered yet because I want the color to develop a bit more, and like an idiot, my MAC is so light for me, and I didn't think about that, so I can't use my MAC foundation because it's like literally too light, so I'll have to use another foundation. So I'm just going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus and then dip into this pigment, and there probably is going to be a fallout because it's a very, very fine powder, and I'm just going to pop that on the center of my eyelid. Then I'm just going to take this detailing pencil brush and just blend the two colors together. Then just taking the excess on the brush and just popping it in the center. So as you can see, it's not an intense glitter or high shine. It's just literally a pigment. But like when I swatched it yesterday, when you put flash on it, it is the most stunning champagne pop of color. And I'm obsessed. So when I take the thumbnail pictures, I'm hoping that it shows through. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. I don't think I've ever done anything like that on my channel, so I'm super stoked. I forgot to mention, I got the inspiration from this beauty blogger called Jess The Way Makeup, and I'm just trying to dip into that. She obviously didn't put a transition throughout her whole lid, which I did. I just feel like it's too harsh if I don't have that little bit of color on top of the lid, but that's where I got inspiration from her and just picked up on the colors, and I thought it would be the perfect look to try and recreate with my MAC pigment. Just gonna blend it a bit more and then blend these edges. Okay, let's move on to the face makeup. For the face today, oh shit, I hope that didn't crack. We'll find out later. For the foundation today, I'm going to be taking my... Oh wait, I got a sample. We got little packs of samples for their Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. I think it's their strobe cream, essentially. I'm just going to pop this all over my face. Oh. No, I don't think it's the strobe cream actually. I think it's just a normal primer. So I'm just going to pop this all over my face. I've never tried a matte primer before. I do know that it's very expensive though. So I have no idea what this does. It says it's a Natural Radiance Illuminating Base, so maybe it is their strobe cream. I don't know, I've never owned their strobe cream, so I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I'm going to be dipping into my Simi Cosmetics Silky Liquid Foundation. This is in the shade 04. This is probably my darkest foundation right now. I really need to invest in a deeper foundation, but I'm so scared because it's like I've been self-tanning religiously for 3 weeks in a row now, but then I'm like, what if I never self-tan after this weekend, and then I buy a brand new foundation and I don't use it, but whatever. I'm just going to pop this on my face and I'm going to blend it in. Oh wait, let me just put some color corrector on first because my skin is a hot mess right now. I'm going to pop that all over where I have breakouts, which is my whole face. Just going to take the green from my Catrice correcting palette. Okay, I'm just going to apply it straight to my face. I'm going to apply a pump there and a pump there, and then I'm just going to blend it out using my sponge. I'm just going to spot conceal where my breakouts are showing just a bit too much. I'm going to take a deeper concealer from my Catrice and just add a little bit of concealer where I needed more coverage. Okay, so my mom got a powder. This is in the shade NW20. In foundation wise, for MAC, I am NC10. So it might work in my favor because this foundation is like not completely. This is what the color looks like. Apparently this is their foundation powder, so it's very, very full coverage. So I'm just going to set my face where I get oily. Let me just add concealer first actually, so I can set my under eyes with that and see how it works. I'm just going to take some Maybelline Fit Me, pop that underneath my eyes, and just use my EcoTools sponge to blend it out. Just going to take this flat brush and apply it underneath my eyes. And then I'm just going to pat it in. It makes the pores look really, really nice. Also adds a tiny bit of coverage as well, which is expected. Okay, then I'm going to set my chin. My nose especially, it gets so oily on my nose. Okay, so that powder is kind of cool. I'm not blown away. I mean, it works, it's a powder. I'm not sure what else it's supposed to do. But anyway, let's move on. What else did my mom get? My mom got a cream highlighter, which I think we can use on the inner corners. This is the cream color base in the shade Pearl. Marco Louis used it on one of his models, and honestly her skin was just like honestly beaming. So I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner and the brow bone because it's quite pigmented. And it's quite a yellow undertone as well. So I'm just going to pop that on the corners. You could call it a cream highlighter per se, because it has a tiny bit of shimmer in it, but not too much. So yeah, that's quite nice. I bought a separate highlighter, so it's no point of me using that on the cheeks when I'm going to use my nice highlighter that I bought. I'm just going to blend this edge a bit more so it can be a bit dodge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop some lashes on and I'll be right back. How stunning are these lashes? I used it in my last look and I'm honestly obsessed. Eyelash Boutique lashes, guys. Please, if you are looking for lashes that are incredibly affordable, they last forever, please buy Eyelash Boutique lashes. They are the best. I love them. Okay, so for contour, I'm just going to use my Benefit Hoola. Then I'm just going to blend it in using my sponge. Like you went a bit overboard, I'm going to take some of that powder of my mom's and I'm just going to clean up the edges where I went a bit cray cray as usual. I'm going to take a powder brush that I used. Then I'm also going to put some on a bit of my jawline just to blend in my tan to my face. Okay, time for highlight. This is the exciting part of the whole thing. So I promised myself, like I said in the beginning of the video, that I wouldn't get another highlighter because I already have so many. Like I have Tarte, I have what do I have? I have Ofra, the Ofra freaking Glow Up palette. I thought that I'd never ever need another highlighter after that, but I caved in. And probably one of the most iconic MAC highlighters. I think everyone I know that uses MAC has this. And this is the MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter. Now when I swatched this, I was like, holy shit, I probably have this at home, but it's MAC and I'm gonna buy it, and you get so much product in this, so I was like, I'll just buy it. And then when I got home, I swatched all of my highlighters and I actually don't have one like this, so it was definitely meant to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my face with this. I'm gonna use a fan brush. I'm just gonna get a lot on there and just, holy shit. Wow, that's amazing. Now I know why it's so bloody expensive. Just gonna pop that on the top of my cheeks. Put some around my eyebrows. It's very powdery. On my nose. Stunning. Like, what is there more to say? Stunning. Okay, then for blush, I'm just going to take a blush from my California in the palette. Get the Pretty Slider from Benefit. And I'm just going to add some blush. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure about that primer because my pores are looking hella haggard. And like, I don't really usually have a problem with pores, but damn. I'm gonna start the foundation because I wear this foundation all the time and that never happens. It could be the powder, I'm not sure, that's emphasizing my pores. Start the concealer because I use the concealer all the time, so I'm not sure if it's the primer. I don't know. But the top half of my face looks amazing. Okay, so now it's time for lips. So I have 3 lipsticks that I bought, but the recent one that I got was Act Natural. So I have Velvet Teddy Cream in Your Coffee, which is kind of like a glass Velvet Teddy is a matte lipstick, and so is Act Natural. Act Natural is the one that I got yesterday, and I love it so much. It's a very, very stunning kind of perfect nude for my skin tone especially. I'm going to apply this to my lips. So I think it's a bit too cool tone for this look, so I'm going to mix in some of my Velvet Teddy. When I tried it out yesterday, I was like, oh, this is cool tone, but I didn't realize it was actually that cool tone, because when you do a warm eye and you put a cool tone lip on, you're like, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a bit of my Velvet Teddy. Okay, that's still looking a bit purple, so let's mix in cream in your coffee. Should be fine. Okay. Always looks different on camera anyway, so we'll see how it looks. And then I'll change it if it doesn't look right on camera. Okay, so for the lash line, I'm going to take Sienna from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm just going to pop that on my lash line. Then I'm going to pop some mascara on my bottom lash line. The last thing that we're going to do is apply some trusty old MAC Fix Plus matte. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a good shake, because if you don't mix it, you get a little bit of white spots, which causes some flashback. So mix it thoroughly for like at least 20 seconds, so that you know that all the mixture, especially if it's been sitting on your desk for like 3 days and you haven't touched it. So I'm just going to apply it to my face. Alright guys, so here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm pretty happy with majority of the products. I just maybe think the powder and the combination of, what is that? Combination of the, I don't know if it's the primer or the powder. I'll try and test that again and see what it is, because I'm not quite entirely sure what it is. But everything else, the pigment is stunning. It's very, very pigmented. I love it. The eye look just looks so good with the pigment in the middle. The lipstick I all love. Yeah, I love the lipstick. I love the colors, even though I have like 3 lipsticks on. The highlight is gorgeous. Love it. Looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you have any most loved MAC products, please let me down below, and I'll be sure to check them out when I have more money to go and buy stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.